I used to believe that making more money would fix my financial problems, and it did not. I 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x'd my income. And all it did is actually expose something deeper. There's a YouTuber by the name of Brandon Carter, and he posted a video one time saying that, like, you cannot, excuse my language, F up. Like, no, he said you can F up any amount of money, which basically means it doesn't matter how much money you have. Like, you can literally go to zero at any point if you do the wrong things. Because honestly, we're taught to believe that income solves money stress. That is why I liked what he said in that video so much, because if I think about it, you are like raised to think, okay, you got to get a raise. You start to, okay, I got to get a side hustle. Okay, I got to make more money. And yes, having more income obviously helps. Reducing your expenses, increasing your income obviously is what makes you more financially stable. But there's something that happens with people as they earn more, and it's very strange. What happens is you start to spend more quietly, and then your lifestyle starts to expand quietly, and the comfort that you want to have increases quietly. At one point you wanted to have something, and you could live without it, but now you absolutely can't live without it, and money just starts to disappear. And this is where most people get stuck. This is where I was stuck for such a long time as I was learning financial independence, financial intelligence, financial IQ, like all through personal experience. And one of the biggest changes in my life financially was not making more money. Like, I lowered my expenses so much to where I gave myself basically a raise. And I was getting out of debt on the same income, 5 figures of debt. And that forced me to see something that was very, very, very uncomfortable. My money problems were not just about income, and they weren't just about raising your income or lowering your expenses. It was about my behavior. You have to really understand your daily decisions, your habits, your emotional spending. Any lack of structure is only going to get worse when you add more money. Because I didn't actually realize how big of a realization this was going to end up being. But what happened is I figured something out indirectly. Debt is often a behavior loop. And when I say often, I mean 99% of the time. It is not just a math problem that you're spending more than you make. If behavior does not change, your income increases, then the income you're making in addition does not ever stick, and money's just going to leak, and you're going to feel like you're living the same life, which means that the real work is actually what happens before you start earning more money. So before, like, everybody's obsessed, I gotta make more money, make more money. What I want you to do is put a pause, put a pin in it right now, and say, the real work happens before I start earning more money. Before I figure out this trading thing, there's some other stuff that gotta be figured out. And it happens in such crazy ways, honestly. And how money is handled day to day, in the way that we spend our money, connects back to trading in almost like indirect ways, direct ways, in crazy ways, in strange ways, in ways I never realized it would. And through me talking about this on my channel, I'm going to expose all the things I'm learning over time, because fast money does not fix slow behavior problems. Fast money is leveraged money. We make money on 100 shares in one contract. That is the maximum amount of leverage you can have. But stability in your personal finance should come first, and growth comes second. The more that I look at money, the more I see the same patterns repeat themselves across different areas of my life. It's like it just wants to expose itself. So what I'm doing is I'm documenting what I'm learning about behavior, what we do with money, and just about money in real time. So if that sounds like it would be useful for you, you can follow along, because losing